Alright guys, what's going on? In today's video, I'm going to tell y'all exactly how I got started in Findom and OnlyFans and why I started it and basically the whole story behind it, alright? Okay, so I'm a junior in college and I'm majoring in something that I have no interest in whatsoever. I'm only majoring in it because it makes a lot of money. And so I'm not interested in that, and I started looking into other things that interest me, so I got into the business, and I actually started my own business. I actually started a few businesses actually, and a couple of them failed, and a couple of them took off and made a lot of money. And so after a while, like I'm just more interested in my businesses than I am in schoolwork, and I'm actually in class, like working on business every single day. I'm skipping like all my classes, and I just don't care about school anymore. And eventually, my senior year, I end up failing out of college, and I'm totally fine with that, because I wasn't interested in it anyways. And for a while there, for about a year or so there, things were looking pretty nice. I was making a lot of money. I was making more money than much. You know what I'm saying? But then what happened was I basically got screwed over by my suppliers in my business, and yeah, so I lost basically everything I had. And at this point, all I had was a car and an apartment. And so I started driving for DoorDash, Postmates, Uber Eats, these kind of things. You know what I'm saying? And that shit sucked for a long time. You know what I'm saying? So then one day I Google, different ways I could make money. And I come across OnlyFans and Findom. So I decide, hey, I have a pretty nice body. You know what I'm saying? I look decent, I think. And so I decide to get into it that same day. And at first I started advertising myself on Reddit, on Twitter, all these kind of things. And at first it was very slow. I didn't know exactly what I was doing, how to advertise myself, none of that. And then things changed when I found a subscriber from Denmark, I believe. And this guy subscribed to my OnlyFans. I think he was like one of my first 3 or 4 subscribers, and he ended up giving me like $100 in tips on the first day of seeing my pictures. And so I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. And then I ended up having him like pay me $20 a day consistently for like the next month or two. And that was pretty amazing. What I'm saying? And that's when like I start thinking like, hey, if I can find one person like this, I can find more. What I'm saying? This could take away from like my stress of like door dashing every day to put food on the table. This guy who's giving me all this money, he keeps wanting me to tell him what to do. He keeps wanting me to like he likes it when I say mean things to him. And I didn't understand it at first. I wasn't sure why he wanted that, and it made me uncomfortable to even do that kind of stuff. But I mean, at the end of the day, I realized that if I want to make money in this business, I had to learn how to adapt and how to be a good actor. So I basically I start figuring out like what do these type of people want and what are they paying for, and now I've taught myself. Basically, I have like scripts of what to say to each one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like how to respond to this response and that response, and I basically have it down to a science at this point. And at that time, when I was door dashing and all that, I was making about $100 a day. Like that was my goal. And then if you take into account gas, that's about $10 a day. And then the wear and tear, which is, I mean, I don't know. So at the end of the day, I was probably bringing home about $80 a day. And so one day I decided, what, today I'm not going door dashing. I'm going to stay home and I'm going to see how much money I can make if I just spend all day advertising my OnlyFans on Twitter, on Kick, on Reddit, and on Grindr, okay? And so that's what I did. And I'm pretty sure I made like $150 that first day. And I was like, wow, okay, so let me try this again tomorrow. And the next day, same thing. It was like 130, $140 a second day. So then I decided I will not be door dashing anymore. Because this makes way more sense to me at this point. I don't want to go out there and put more damage on my car. I don't want to risk getting into a car accident, and I want to make more money, so that I could scale up my strategies of making money in advertising on OnlyFans. Okay, and I'm not gonna give away my secrets, all of them just yet, but they're coming in the near future. All right, so just stay tuned, subscribe, like my videos, and comment if you have any questions or anything at all that you want to know about, because I want to hear back from my subs. If you guys have any questions, need help on anything, I'm glad to help. And stay tuned.